Okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Welcome to MsMojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the best 80s box office bombs that have since garnered a passionate fan base. Minor spoilers ahead.
See you later, Band-Aid breath.
Number 10, Dragonslayer.
All right, I'm coming too.
No, you're not. This is for me to do.
I'm not afraid. After all, I was a man. Remember?
Fantasy is tricky to pull off, but one fantasy film that should have gotten more love is this one, directed by Matthew Robbins. Dragonslayer is set in a medieval fantasy kingdom that sacrifices a virgin by lottery to a ferocious dragon.
And in return, this dragon, it leaves your villages and crops unburned. Your king's made a pact with a monster.
It's up to young wizard apprentice Galen and Valerian, a young girl disguised as a man, to end the dragon's reign of terror. Although critics were impressed by the special effects and dark themes, audiences were not as enthused. In time, however, it became a cult film, proving that a really good sword and sorcery flick is always appreciated. Eventually. Number 9, Big Trouble in Little China.
You ready, Jack? I was born ready.
It's martial arts and John Carpenter. What else could you possibly need? This fantasy action film may have had a tough time at the box office, but Big Trouble in Little China is a wild adventure from start to finish. The film follows two friends, truck driver Jack Burton and Wang Chi, as they descend into Chinatown's underworld to rescue Wang Chi's fiancée. There, they must contend with gangs, fierce warriors, and ancient curses.
God, no. Please, what is that? Don't tell me.
A guardian. What it sees, Lopan knows.
Although Carpenter was disappointed in the low box office reception and mixed reviews, Big Trouble eventually found new life on TV and home video. The result is a fun, quirky film with undoubtedly wuxia influences.
It's all in the reflexes.
Number 8, Once Upon a Time in America.
How are you, Uncle? You're looking good.
You're looking a little better.
Sometimes great films can be ruined by poor editing. That's the case with this Italian-American gangster film directed by Sergio Leone. The movie follows the rise of two Jewish-American mobsters, David Noodles Aronson and Maximilian Berkowitz. Based on a novel by Harry Gray, it's an epic tale of friendship, crime, love, and betrayal.
Nobody's gonna love you the way I loved you.
While the original almost 4-hour-long version that premiered at Cannes received raves, an edited-down 2-hour-plus version released in regular theaters was a complete flop.
It'd be a shame to see a lifetime of work go to waste.
Some of the violence proved so controversial, these scenes were censored. But epics are epics, and Leone's operatic Once Upon a Time proves that some stories need the extra length. Number 7, The Black Cauldron.
You did come for the Black Cauldron, didn't you? Good. Then climbing? It will only cost you your life.
Disney's failures are rarely this mind-boggling or this risky. Based on the novels by Lloyd Alexander, the film follows young Tauren as he attempts to stop the evil Horned King from conquering the world by taking possession of the titular Black Cauldron, full of ancient magic. Tauren succeeds with the help of his friends and Gurgi, a creature who sacrifices himself to defeat the cauldron.
Gurgi has no friends.
Gurgi! No! Don't jump! Wait! No! No!
The film's darkness and lurid scenes scared children when it came out, making this a hard sell to audiences. Still, the movie's beautiful animation, as well as its rich and charming rendition of Welsh mythology, is a clear winner.
No, you'll not have me. My power cannot die. Curse you!
Number 6. The Monster Squad.
Who are you?
We're the Monster Squad.
With Count Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the Mummy teaming up, how did this film flop? This horror comedy follows a group of kids as they try to stop Count Dracula and his fellow monsters from taking over the world.
Kick him in the north! Kick him in the north! He doesn't have north! Do it! Do it!
Wolfman's got Nard.
The kids eventually get their hands on a magical amulet, which opens a portal through which the monsters are safely cast into limbo. Unfortunately, audiences felt the Ghostbusters for Kids vibes were unwarranted, and it underperformed at the box office. In hindsight, however, the monster versus monster aspect of the film is loads of fun and is just as good as any 80s tween adventure.
Where you going, Rudy? I'm in the goddamn club, aren't I?
Number 5. Highlander.
I've been alive for 4.5 centuries, and I cannot die.
Everybody's got their problems.
We can now see how this unique premise may have gotten lost in translation. Highlander follows Scottish Highlander Connor MacLeod, who discovers he is part of a race of immortals after surviving a deathly duel. Trained by Ramirez, a Spanish-Egyptian swordsman played by Sean Connery, MacLeod must fight against the Kurgan, a fellow immortal, in a gathering in New York City in 1985.
How do you fight such a savage?
With heart, faith, steel. In the end, there can be only one.
While the film charmed European audiences, U.S. audiences found it incomprehensible due to its dense lore. Most people now praise Highlander's excellent fight scenes, good performances, and epic score.
I have something to say. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Number 4. Heathers.
Greetings and salutations. You a Heather?
Step into this candy store. Before Clueless and Mean Girls, there was Heathers. This teen film follows Veronica Sawyer as she gets involved with a clique of mean girls, all named Heather.
Damn. It's your turn, Heather. Now, Heather, it's Heather's turn. Heather.
Unlike the cheery teen comedies of the time, Heathers is a dark take on high school, as Veronica's quest for revenge against Heather Chandler ends in her death. What follows is even more black comedy as Veronica and her boyfriend accomplice JD obtain a high body count. Perhaps all that blood and gore was too much for American audiences, for the film bombed at the box office. Heathers eventually found recognition and appreciation, even becoming adapted into a popular stage musical by the same name.
Veronica, you look like hell.
Yeah, I just got back.
Number 3. The Thing.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
Yet another John Carpenter-directed misfire that proved to have staying power. It's hard to believe this seminal sci-fi horror classic did so poorly with audiences and critics at the time.
I don't know who to trust.
I know what you mean, Blair.
Based on the novella, which had already been filmed in the 1950s, The Thing concerns a chameleon-like alien creature that wreaks havoc at a base in Antarctica. American pilot R.J. McCready leads the hunt for this creature, eventually destroying both it and the station. The Thing's dark themes and ambiguous ending were unfortunately not to audiences' tastes. Having to compete with Steven Spielberg's classic E.T. the Extraterrestrial was also tough. Today, it's considered one of the most influential horror films of all time. Now that's no small thing. Number 2. Blade Runner.
I've had people walk out on me before, but not when I was being so charming.
Science fiction can be a tricky genre. Even so, Blade Runner may be the best sci-fi film to have bombed in the theaters. Directed by Ridley Scott, the film follows the titular Blade Runner, Rick Deckard, whose job is to terminate replicants, humanoid androids gone rogue.
Replicants are like any other machine. They're either a benefit or a hazard. If they're a benefit, it's not my problem.
A foundational cyberpunk work, Blade Runner delves into themes about the nature of humanity, morality, and dystopian bureaucracies. The film received mixed critical reviews for its slow pacing and lack of action, although its cinematography was praised. Blade Runner nevertheless won a slew of awards and is now considered one of the greatest films in its genre.
All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Brazil.
What on earth's happened to you now? My complication had a little complication.
It doesn't seem possible that such an art house dystopian film could have been conceived by Terry Gilliam of Monty Python fame. But he is indeed responsible for the satirical film about a bureaucratic authoritarian government. The movie follows dissatisfied government employee Sam Lowry, who tries to escape his polluted, brutal future world through daydreams. A minor bureaucratic error sets off a chain of events that leads to Sam's arrest.
Don't fight it, son. Confess quickly. If you hold out too long, you could jeopardize your credit rating.
Interrogated unto insanity, Sam disappears into his pleasant fantasies, accompanied by the beautiful strains of Ari Barroso's classic Aquarela do Brasil. Darkly funny and serious at turns, the film could not please general audiences with its downer ending. But Gilliam's vision of totalitarian reality versus idealistic fantasy is more relevant than ever.
Information transit. Got the wrong man. I got the right man. The wrong man was delivered to me as the right man. I accepted him on good faith as the right man. Was I wrong?
Which other 80s box office bomb turned firework made you want to soar the skies? Let us know in the comments down below.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.